Application of confidence intervals. In this section, the questions are intended to be very much like the sort of exam questions that you encounter. So the rest of the section has been trying to get you to understand what we actually do with these questions. The only way to get a 100% confidence interval is to take an entire population. Even then, we may not be able to be 100% confident. For example, the time taken to collate all of the information may mean that the proportion for our characteristic has changed in the interim period. Sometimes we want to produce a particular level of confidence within a certain margin of error. So, for example, you might want to have a margin of error of, say, 0.01, but be 95% confident that your value is in here. What we'd need to know in that situation is how large our sample should be. Some of the examples below will illustrate this. The formula given here is useful in this section. So it should be clear what these things are. N is going to be the size of the sample. We know P and 1 minus P. Of course, those will be used in there. We'll be using P hat because that's the value that we'll actually have. Z is the appropriate Z value for whether we're doing 90% or 95% and so on. And E is the margin of error. So I just talk about that down here, saying what each thing is in that formula. There is an E activity for that formula.